Ohio Sekai, good morning, war.
Shut the fuck up.
We start off Dr. Stone with Loverboy Taiju prepping to confess his love to his 5-year crush Yuzuriel. As he's about to, he gets caught by the rioters and gets turned to stone along with the world. As Stone, Loverboy does not give up hope as he loses track of time thinking of his girl. He miraculously wakes up and gets his priorities straight before setting out to find her. He finds her with a note that says to go downstream, and turns out Senku, modern day Einstein, has been awake for 6 months. He reveals that it's been 3,700 years since they got petrified, but as you know, he counted of course. What do you think? He tags in Loverboy as a muscle, and with his help, they create a cure in less than a year. And of course, with Loverboy around, they try reviving Yuzuriha first, before getting jumped by lions. Surrounded with no option remaining, they revive the strongest high schooler, Tsukasa, who proceeds to bop the alpha lion, ending it with one shot. He's recruited to the gang, given the title of the warrior, before proceeding to provide the gang with some much needed meat. They get on the grind and upgrade their base with calcium carbonate. Everything seemed Gucci until Tsukasa literally blows the stone ninja's head off. He then gives the offer to create a new world together, killing all the adults in the process. Senku ain't down with that, and decides to be secretive on his discoveries towards Tsukasa, until this dumbass runs it all in excitement at the thought of his girl. Tsukasa catches on and extracts the location of the fluid source. On his way to the cave, he took the opportunity to fuck up a few adults, while Senku used the opportunity to activate Loverboy's brain on the intensity of the situation and revive Best Girl. Tsukasa barges in the reunion and a battle ensues. He flexes the beast he is, knocking out Loverboy in one hit before warning them not to get in the way of his cleansing. With that, Senku dips with the others and plans to build Glocks to deal with this beast. They make it to Akone, extracting the requirements for gunpowder, as Tsukasa simultaneously comes to the realization of what their plan entails. They manage to create gunpowder, causing an explosion which gives off a smoke signal. They replied by another smoke signal, indicating the existence of other humans. As they communicate back and forth with smoke, they get snuck on by Tsukasa, and with Best Girl as an hostage, he forces the revival fluid formula out of Senku before proceeding to... Enraged, Loverboy and Best Girl launch an explosive attack at Tsukasa, but he plots armor shrugs it off before noticing that they did. They then try to bring Senku back to life to no avail before noticing a petrified portion of his neck. They use the rejuvenation properties of the reverse petrification and manage to revive him. With his life a secret, the trio splits, with Senku given the task to gather manpower, whilst Loverboy and Best Girl set out as spies on Tsukasa's kingdom. Meanwhile, Tsukasa gets jumped by a new Best Girl, who cuts out of him slaying Senku. He flexes on her before smacking her and dropping a tree on her ass. Noticing the commotion, Senku pulls through and builds a quick pulley system, saving her ass, leading to her revealing her name to be Kohaku. They have a bonding session in which she officially becomes new Best Girl, before showing him the direction to her village. She tries carrying some hot water home, but it being too far away for the situation, Senku builds a quick car. How? He's Senku. Upon arrival, they are blocked from entry by this fake-ass sorcerer who dares to challenge him. Senku crushes him and steals his shit, making him his apprentice in the process. Through this, apprentice reveals his name to be Krum, and his purpose being to find a way through sorcery to heal Ruri, Kohaku's sixth sister, for whom the hot water was carried. It being no challenge to Senku, he decides to create an antibiotic to cure Ruri. With that, he sets up the path they will take and get to work with his Best Girl and Chrome. They need more manpower, so Senku recruits Watermelon. They still need more manpower, so Senku guides his gang and creates Laren, with which they bribe the villagers, even the guards, in hope to recruit them. During the feast, they notice a stranger in their midst and jump him. It gives his name, Jen, and tries being smooth, but Senku makes him work nonetheless, making him reveal that Tsukasa sent him to confirm Senku's death. Senku recruits him, and with the gang, they craft wires. With wires, an iron bar, and some lightning, they acquire magnets, busting up Kinro's spear in the process. With that, along some labor, Senku unlocks electricity, creating a light bulb in the process. Later on, as the gang is chilling, Jen wanders off, leading to him getting jumped and brutally murdered.
Killer.
The gang finds Jen, and turns out he faked his death like the smart ass he is. They find out that Magma tried killing Jen, thinking he was Senku, in hopes of avoiding his sorcery getting involved in the grand bout, a once in each generation Royal Rumble where the winner marries the current priestess, Ruri. Knowing Magma don't give a fuck about Ruri, but just wanting the power, Best Girl trains the gods King and King in hopes of one of them winning. While that is happening, Jen dipped, running to Tsukasa's lair, reporting that Senku bit the dust, meaning his allegiances lie with the Kingdom of Science. With such an advantage, Senku announces the next step to be creating glass. How? By using calcium carbonate. With that, they manage to create lenses for Watermelon. They need more manpower to create flasks and beakers, so they recruit the average anime old man, Kaseki, who proceeds to put his skills to the cause, upgrading their equipment in less than a day. With one substance mixing for the cure, Senku takes Chrome and Best Girl, along with Jinro as a bodyguard, to a pond of sulfuric acid. This honey nigga is about to get fucked by the toxins, but Best Girl clutches and saves his ass. They dip, and with only one option, Senku has gas masks made, ready for trial dose. He heads out along along with his apprentice Chrome, and as they are extracting what they need, Chrome trips and is about to dive into death juice when bodyguard General comes in clutch, saving his life. With the sulfuric acid collected, they are one step closer to the drug. They create other necessary chemicals before realizing that they can get their hands on the other chemicals they need by winning the grand bouts. They all sign up, even Senku, and step in the village. Senku provides some steroids to his gang because their strongest member, Best Girl, gets lured into running to a forest to save Watermelon by this swine, leaving Kinro with the task of beating Magma. He starts off strong but gets knocking him to the ground. Watermelon, who freed herself much earlier, notices that Kinro suffers from bad eyesight and tosses him her cap, leveling up to Kinro Melon. With that, he slaps Magma around before bopping him in the face, sending him rolling. Faking defeat, Magma bops Kinro in the back of his head, stealing the win. And unfortunately, due to arriving too late, Best Girl gets disqualified, slimming the squad's chance at victory. During Ginro's match, he gets his ass whooped, but plot armors out a win. With Chrome being the team's last stand against Magma, he refuses to yield and ends up getting the shit beaten out of him. With no other option, he uses the power of science along with the aid of the newly arrived Gen and sets his nigga on fire before merging on his descendant, giving Chrome the win. Ginro and Senku plan to rig the tournament to have Chrome win, but after a quick chat with Kuri, this horny nigga makes it his goal to win and marry her. Senku telling none of that and busts this nigga's nuts in return. He's about to forfeit the match to Chrome, but this nigga passes out, making Senku the new chief. This nigga divorces on the spot, taking as much wine as possible before returning to their base to start working on the drug. They grind through the night and by daytime, they unlock the sulfur drug, along with some sweet cola for your boy Gen. The villagers are mad because it seems that they made the disease get worse. They jump Senku, but he reveals,
Don't worry about it. Just give it some time.
With that, Ruri is healed and Senku is made chief of Ishigami village, catching Senku by surprise due to it sharing his last name. Turns out the village was founded by Senku's father, who was an astronaut in space when the petrification took place. After seeing what happened, they assume that they're the last remaining humans and head down to Earth. Seeing that there is no human on Earth left but them, they settle, pairing up and reproducing. Unfortunately, over time, they each bite the dust one by one, leading to Byakuga having the idea of making stories to teach their descendants, while leaving a special message for Senku. Senku sheds a quick tear before returning to the village to learn from Gen that Tsukasa's army is going to move on the village. As this is happening, Kinro notices Tsukasa's men and orders Ginro to warn the others, as well as prepare to cut the bridge if he fails to hold them back. He gets jumped but manages to beat down the scrubs before getting confronted by a general, Hyoga, and getting shagged. Seeing Kinro taking an L, Jinro is about to cut the bridge, but fails to do so due to his bond with Kinro. Senku and Gen come in clutch, tricking the attackers into believing they have guns. With that, they dip and strategize their next move whilst Kinro gets saved and healed. He then receives a vision perk upgrade whilst Old Man gets excited by the instructions to create new weapons to prepare the kingdom for the next attack, which is predicted to take place during a storm. The storm arrives in 3 days and Hyoga's boys jump on unsuspecting Senku on the bridge, but his gang pulls through, flexing their katana upgrades and swing with the stone wielders. They break the spirits of the scrubs, making Hyoga step up and picking a fight with the top 3 fighters of the village. Magma goes in first, blocking off the attacks whilst Best Girl tries an aerial attack. He reacts and is about to end her when his spear breaks, revealing that it's been sabotaged by the one and only new best boy, Gen. Hyoga is about to be imprisoned when he reveals that it was all a distraction. Turns out his right hand managed to sneak into the village and proceeded to burn it to the ground. With no choice, it's evacuated, leaving everyone out in the open. Seeing the dire situation, Suika, aka Watermelon, decides to use herself as bait to lure the attackers to the sulfur pond. As she's about to fall prey to its toxins herself, Best Girl pulls through with an extra mask and saves her. With Hyoga's forces trapped on a tree, Senku trash talks and dips. Back at the village, Senku decides it's best if they attacked first with a new weapon that requires as long of a path as a sulfur drug, cell phones. Senku reveals that they will use them to communicate during the attack with their most Loverboy Taiju and ex-Best Girl Yuzuria to take advantage of weaknesses in the enemy's formation. On the other side, Hyoga reports to Tsukasa, snitching on Gen and revealing that he left his right hand behind as an informant. The gang gets to work, and with the first step being to make cotton candy. What do you think, though? The village gets a morale boost while Senku and Gen figures out that Homura is watching them. Being the genuine man he is, he shares some cotton candy with her, with the possible intent to swear her allegiances. They perfect the cotton candy machine with the use of gears and begin to use gold, resulting in gold threads, which they use to form coils. Whilst this is happening, Chrome reveals that he's been working with Old Man Kaseki on a water wheel. With that, and the gears and coils, the Kingdom of Science acquired a hydroelectric generator, unlocking the Age of Energy. With the use of sulfuric acid and lead plates, they create batteries, storing the energy from the generator. After 2 months of scientific development and prepping for the winter, Senku manages to set up a Christmas tree with the newly unlocked light bulbs. How did he do it? The gift of Christmas, of course. As they chill, watching the sunrise, Senku notices Watermelon is holding a gemstone from which tungsten can be extracted from, leading to him heading out for some good old cave mining with Chrome and Magma to obtain more of this gemstone in hopes of upgrading their light bulbs to aid with the cell phones. During that trip, Senku and Magma fall into a hole, leaving it up to Chrome to save them. He clutches through, using water from a pond nearby to help them float up. During the wait, Senku and Magma bond, making Magma 100% loyal, at least until Tsukasa is taken care of. They eventually reach the treasure and have a mining frenzy. Upon their return, Senku is apprehended and surprised with an observatory for his birthday from the villagers. Without taking a break, they get on the grind once more, with Chrome getting his run at his first official project without Senku. Both teams get on the grind and put their results together in one last grind, acquiring a tungsten filament. Over time, as the project is moving forward, the lives of the villagers are improved with the luxuries like heating, and eventually, each group successfully completes that task, leading to the creation of the Senku cell phone, bringing them one step closer to decisive battle against Tsukasa and his forces. While testing the cell phones, Senku learns through one of Ruri's stories that Senku's dad left a record with a message. Through some quick work, a record player is created and...
Yo, Senku, I know shit gonna be tough for you, so I left you a gift to help you. These villagers, man. You can't smash any of the cute ones though. They're my descendants, so they're blood. You nasty pig.
With that, the final battle for the future of the planet is set to take place. The Stone Wars. It's the next season though, so see you then.